This is the book of Amos, chapter 3, verse 7. It says, "Surely Yahweh power will do nothing, but he revealeth his secret unto his servants the prophets."
He revealeth his secret unto his servants the prophets. And what's the secret? Everything which is taking place within these last days, as according to the scriptures. Thus saith Yahweh. How did we get to, and how did the majority of these men standing on the highways and hedges get to understand those secrets? How were the secrets revealed to them? Through what medium? Did someone just come and knock on the door and say, "Hey, brother, the secret is this and that"? No, it was revealed through the medium of the internet. So when the men of the Most High seal all of the elect, then and only then will you be allowed to dismantle this internet. YouTube, mostly, because that's where brothers go. I mean, okay, you get some brothers going to watch this for entertainment, which is entirely the wrong spirit to be in. But then again, the word of the Most High does not go out void. For about 10 men who watch that as entertainment, they're going to tell somebody who's actually going to take it and run with it, and become that prophet within the world.
I got a precept whenever you're ready.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, so this is, like my brother here is talking about, the Most High is using the airwaves to push this word in these last days so that everybody can receive it, and the Spirit is gathering all, the remnant of Israel together. It's the Spirit that gathers them. And I got a scripture right here, precept. This is in the book of Acts, chapter 2 and verse 17. It says, "And it shall come to pass in the last days," and are we not in the last days? Of course we are in the last days, and if you're not clued up to it, if you're not in the know, we're letting you know right now we're in the last days. And through the elders, through the videos that the elders and the apostles of the Great Millstone pushing out, you'll be able to, if you study them diligently and listen, hearken to what the Most High is saying through his prophets, then you'll see that we're in the last days. It will become more clear. So I'm going to read it again. It says, "And it shall come to pass in the last days, saith the Most High, I will pour out my Spirit upon all flesh." So how will he pour out his Spirit upon all flesh? Is he going to be up there in the clouds with a big cup of his Spirit, just sprinkling it over everyone? Is he gonna get Esau to put his Spirit in the chemtrails so that it can just rain down upon us? Is that how he's going to pour his Spirit upon all flesh? No, he's going to pour out his Spirit upon all flesh by ways of the internet, man. Because everybody has access to the internet these days, man. In these end times, internet is very easily accessible. So there is no excuse, man. His Spirit is going through the airwaves, and the Spirit of the Lord is these words, the words that are in this book, man. And the true understanding of this book, because Christianity's been pumping out the words of this book for a long time, but it wasn't revealed to them, man. The book was sealed until the end, the time of the end. Most High willing, I'll get that scripture.
I've got it on deck.
Oh, you got it?
Yeah,
God,
the Spirit.
So,
see, there we go. So, precepts like you didn't have them.
No, go for it.
So this is the book of Matthew, chapter 24, and I'm going to read verse 14. And it says, "And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come."
That's it. So that's what's going on now, because that's how the Most High is pouring out his Spirit upon all flesh.
That's right. So, as you can see, the Spirit's gone out via the YouTube medium, starting with the elders and apostles on down. The brothers out there pushing his truth out in all sincerity. I heard the word, and now look at me. I'm out here, doing the same thing, trying to wake like-minded people up, man. The Most High has called us to do this, and this is why we're out here. And as you can see, the world is crumbling. Just as the scripture said, when the word goes out to all nations, it's not talking about all nations as in like, the Moabites and the Ammonites and the Ishmaelites and all of them are getting the word. It's talking about the Israelites that are scattered in those areas. You know, because there's an Israelite that's going to hear this, that's in those areas, and they're going to wake up and they're going to start doing this.
Yeah. Okay. 1 Corinthians 2, and I'll start at 7. But we speak the wisdom of Yahweh in a mystery, even the hidden wisdom, which Yahweh ordained before the world unto our glory, which none of the princes of this world knew. So this is basically a new song. It's completely different from what you see the governmental systems proclaiming. This is completely different, because none of the princes of this world know the prophecies like how we know them. You know, and we are lowly men. We're in a lowly estate at the moment, but we are declaring the end. You know, and we're declaring the hidden things, as it says here in the book of Corinthians, which none of the princes of this world knew. For had they known it, they would have crucified the Lord of glory. Yeah, because had they known it, what would they do? They would have declared it in their institutions, declared it in their systems. They would be talking about it in Parliament. And why? Where would the glory have gone? They would have gone into Esau's system again, you know, or into some Ishmaelite speaker who then would have got the glory. But the glory goes to the Most High, because He set us up to declare this truth. You know what I mean? But as it is written, eye hath not seen, nor ear heard, neither have entered into the heart of man the tidings which Yahweh hath prepared for them that love Him. But Yahweh hath revealed them unto us by His Spirit. So we're back again with the Spirit, because that's what the topic. That's where the Spirit led us, you know. For the Spirit searcheth all things, yea, the deep things of Yahweh. So all the deep things, you know, when we talk about these vaccines, we can, and this RFID microchip, we can go back to the scriptures and tell you where they are. You know what I mean? When we talk about the pestilence which walketh in darkness, we can tell you what it is, you know, according to what's transpiring in the world, you know. For what man knoweth the things of a man? So what man knoweth the things of a man, save the spirit of man which is in him? Even so the things of Yahweh knoweth no man, but the Spirit of Yahweh. Yeah. And just to finish off, now we have received not the spirit of the world, which is a dark, deviant spirit, actually. Okay? Now we have received not the spirit of the world, but the Spirit which is of Yahweh, that we might know the things that are freely given to us of Most High.
That's right.
Yeah.
Right. Part of that scripture, first part of that scripture, he said that, you know, the Most High has not seen nor ear heard, roughly paraphrasing, the things that the Most High has basically prepared for those that love Him, right? But how do you prove you love Him? It's by keeping His commandments. That's in the book of what? 1 John, what is it?
1 John 3 and 4.
1 John 3 and 4, you know? So that's how you, that's who it's talking about, you know? When it says that eye has not seen or ear heard what the Most High has in store, because the kingdom is coming, man, and it's going to be so beautiful beyond what you can imagine. That's why it says no eye has ever seen or ear heard, you know, the things that the Most High has prepared for His people, man, you know, those that love Him. You know, I just wanted to add that point.
It was 1 John 5 and 3.
So it was, yeah, 1 John 5 and 3,
Yeah,
not 1 John 3 and 4.
Yeah, it's lucky. I know
yeah.
that mixed up.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But But if it says, if you love him, keep his commandments,
That's
which
right.
is synonymous with the law. But the first one you said, 1 John 3 and 4 says, whosoever committed sin transgresseth also the law.
That's it,
For,
yeah.
for
So it is
sin is
related,
the
so it is relevant.
transgression of the law.
It's
Yeah,
relevant.
it's relevant. Yeah.
And you know what is sort of moving on with the spirit. You know, one of the laws is obviously not to make any cuttings in your flesh, karagma.
Yeah.
You know, and what are we coming into now? The microchip. You know, you're seeing that being pushed out in your, you know, with the vaccine and everything like that. That's stage one. Then you're going to move into other things where they need to keep a note or a record of who has the V, you know. So they're going to implement the RFID microchip, which is also written in the scriptures.
I got that on deck.
Yeah. So if you want to bring that up, yeah.
This is the book of Revelations, chapter 13, verse 16. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he, meaning unless he, that had the mark of the name of the beast, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Okay, so you know, this was written thousands of years ago, and it's basically speaking of the times that we're in now, because the scriptures say in the end it shall speak and not lie. You know, though it tarry, wait for it. This is the time we're in, man. We're in the time where these scriptures are speaking. You can actually switch on the news and you can see these scriptures coming to life before your eyes. That's what it means when it says that these scriptures are speaking. You know, they're speaking now. You know, they're actually manifesting. You know, and you can see through the spirit that, you know, this RFID chip, it lines up perfectly with Revelations 13 and 16, because you won't be able to buy or sell without this chip in the near future.
That's right.
And they publicly, openly admit this, man. That, you know, not that they're going to enforce it, because that's not what they're saying right now. They don't want to freak the public out, make you rebel and resist it. And they definitely don't want you linking it up with the Bible on how it was prophesied that this would happen in the times we're living in now, man. But basically, there is going to come a time where you won't be able to buy or sell without this chip, you know. And it's because Esau's moving toward a cashless society, you know. These Edomites, man, the way they're ruling this earth, they want full control. So, you know, they're talking about depopulating the earth down to a manageable size, a manageable number, and then they want to chip you. This as if they don't control you enough already, you know, through every avenue of this earth, you know, the military, the school, the education, religion, you know, the financial side of it. But now they want that full control. They want to take it to the next level, to where there ain't no way out. All that protesting madness, that'll be out the window, you know. He'll have absolute full control over everything, man.
Yeah, never mate. Like you see it in like their commercials or their adverts. You know, like Amazon, for example. You can walk in the shop,
That's it.
and you ain't even got to see the cashier. You just grab the stuff off the shelf, put it in the cart, and it's already scanning it for you. And then you walk right out, and it just charges your card. You know, they're going to market it like a convenience, and most people are going to flock to it. If you know the economy collapses, like it's projected to do anyway, because you can see the way that millions of people are out of work at the moment because of this lockdown. You know, they're going to bring across, you know, government aids. You know, because people need to survive somehow. So they're going to bring out benefits, and you know, here's your benefit. But the only way you're going to keep that benefit is if you accept this mark. And that goes into the point you were making. That Esau wants to know everything. He wants to be the Most High on the earth. You know, carnally, which he wants to get inside everybody's head. He wants to know what you're doing at all times. He wants to know how many women you've been with. He wants to know what you're thinking about doing next week.
You know, the latest thing, he's trying to keep track of our calories. Like, there's going to come a time, especially during this famine that's soon to come, that Esau's going to be providing food, but he wants track of what people are eating. like how many calories you're allowed to intake, like, and you're not allowed to exceed a certain amount of calories. If I could find that article, I'll pull it up, man.
Yeah, what kind of a devil does something like that? You know what I mean? Like you have to be.
It's going too far, man.
A sick devil
Like,
to count calories.
like census is for the Most High. You know what I mean? That you and really and truly when you put something into something that depicts ownership of something. When you get a woman and you go in unto her, that she is your woman, she's your wife. You know what I mean? It's biblically. You know what I'm saying? When you put something into something that you know, by and large depicts ownership of something, and it depicts some, and for that to happen, you got to be a willing participant. You know.
Yeah, go ahead. So just I got a precept here, and this is concerning to those that accept the chip and take it. You know, because they don't have faith in that the Most High is going to deliver them. And this is the book of Revelation, chapter 14, and I'm going to start at verse 8 and read, and it says, "And there followed another angel saying, Babylon is fallen, the great city, because she made all nations drink of the wine of the wrath of her fornication." Verse 9, "And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, If any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand," verse 10, "the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured without mixture into a cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb." Meaning, you take that chip, you are going to get, what's the scripture you were referring to earlier? They will know the death by pain. You're going to know some pain, because them nukes are going to drop, and you are going to feel every second of that nuke. You ain't going to be evaporated instantly. You're just going to sit there and slow roast. That's what you're going to do, you know. And that's the judgment of the Most High. So you gotta use wisdom and you know, stick your finger up to them when they say you need to take the chip. You know, to hell with the chip, man. To hell with the society is going down. This is a sinking. This is the Titanic. You know. And everybody that wants to stay here is like the band that just kept playing while the damn ship is sinking. Why the hell are you playing music? Get the hell off the boat.
That's it.
You know what I mean? Like in the times of Noah. You know, they were giving, drinking, marriage, you know? And until the friggin' flood came, and everyone's like, oh, you know, hey Noah, yeah, you know, we were calling you crazy, we were scoffing at you, you know? But let us on the boat. Nah, man, the Most High's gonna shut that door, and this is that spiritual door. Because once the word goes off YouTube, you know, that medium, you ain't getting this knowledge.
And as far as inserting something like Karagma, it's always been done to show ownership over. This is the book of Exodus chapter 21, and I'll start at 5. "And if the servant shall plainly say, I love my master, my wife, and my children, I will not go out free. Then his master shall bring him unto the judges. He shall also bring him to the door, or unto the doorpost, and his master shall bore his ear through with an awl, and he shall serve him forever." So really and truly, you take that mark of the beast, you take that RFID microchip, you're really in servitude to this man forever. You know, or what he perceives to be forever. But we know that the Most High is sending a visitation through the hand of his son Yahushua, who's going to come with the angels of heaven and the chariots in that day. You know, and that day is fast approaching. You know what I mean? So that RFID microchip, or that mark of the beast that you're gonna, which is not an embargo, that you're gonna have inserted in your hand for a little bit of freedoms, so you can go to the grocery store. You know what I mean? So you can have that little bit of freedoms that you were used to. Remember, this thing is getting shut down, and that's by the Spirit of the Most High. You know, so the fact that you take that chip, you are gonna be ashamed when Yahweh Shai comes. You know what I mean? Yeah,
You know, the scriptures say, I forget exactly the scripture, it says, you know, them that try to hold on to their life shall lose it. You know, and that's a good example, because Esau's going to make it to the point where if you do not accept this chip, you're going to have a very hard time in this society, man. Because everything you do, you need money to buy it. You're selling this world to survive, man. But if you ain't got your chip, what are you going to do? You know, you're screwed. So, you know, if you try to hang on to your life by accepting and bowing down to his system, you're going to lose your life, man.
And the only chips you can bring to the table in this thing of ours is your life. So, you know, love not your life unto death.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Because this man is going to come wanting your life. You know what I mean? As it says in the wisdom of Solomon. But love not your life unto death. Why? Because the Most High is coming with a reward to them who faithfully serve him. Paraphrasing. You know?
And the life that Yahweh provides and is coming with is going to be far exceed this life, man. You know, this life, everything about this life, there's a damn catch to it, man.
That's right.
You know, you're rich, then you're around a bunch of rich, snobby people, and you're taxed. You know, you get taxed like crazy. You know, it's just there's a catch. This kingdom is defiled, man.
If you're a Jake, you might end up in jail for your riches because the tax man is going to get you.
Yeah.
Like, where's the snipes?
Yeah, I was going to literally say, look at the way it's like.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So what? Everything you get you ain't got it like that. You know what I mean? In time to come, before that chip, I reckon you're gonna see people like your entertainers pull up to food banks. You know, pull the Maserati up to a food bank.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
They ain't gonna have a Maserati.
Yeah. So,
Yeah,
but when that chip comes, then they all good again. You know, when the chip comes, all of you bug outs is good too. Because what can you do? You can go, you can get a concert. You know, eat a hot dog at a concert.
Yeah,
you know,
eat some pork.
yeah, just be cool with the world. You know what I mean? Love this world. You could, you could go to the cinema again without worrying. It will be the ones who haven't got the chip that will be persecuted throughout this earth.
That's right, man.
And ultimately killed.
That's right. But, you know, that's a beautiful sacrifice to make.
Yeah.
You're a martyr for this truth. Yeah. Right. It's getting a bit dark now, so, you know, didn't quite beat the sun. You know, I hope you lot were edified nonetheless, man.
Yeah.
Gonna wrap it up here. Until next time, yeah? So, like to say, Kawah, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakah, Kodash, Shalom, Yasharahla.
Shalom.